Hello everybody. Today's video covers lesson 5-3, which talks about angles inside of triangles. Your assignment was on page 392, numbers 1 through 4. Now for today's assignment, the biggest idea that you need to know and be aware of is this idea that all triangles, no matter the size, are going to have an angle sum of 180 degrees. So no matter what triangle you pick, if you add up all three of the angles inside of that triangle, it will always add up to be 180 degrees. Okay, so for example, like the triangle I just drew, angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3, no matter what degree they are, they all three have to add up to be 180 degrees. That's a fact. Okay, so your assignment was numbers 1 through 4 on page 392, and with numbers 1 and 2 you're asked to find a third missing angle measure giving 2 of the other angles. So in this case, for like number 1, we know that all three of these angles have to add up to be 180. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 60 plus 75, and my third angle I don't know, so we're just going to leave it as x. And then that's going to equal 180, right? Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to add what I know. 60 plus 75 should be 135. So 135 plus x equals 180, and then I can subtract 135 from both sides. So 180 minus 135, and then that will give me my answer of 45, right? So my missing angle measure is 45 degrees. I would do a similar process with number 2, right? It's very much the same. You add together the two angles and then subtract them from 180. Okay. Number 3, you're given a ratio. The measure of the angles of triangle LMN are in the ratio of 1 to 2 to 5. And it says, what are the measures of the angles? What you're going to have to do on a problem like this is take this ratio, 1 to 2 to 5, and make it into an equation, right? Every place that you see these ratios, you're going to have an x beside them. So now it's going to be 1x plus 2x plus 5x, and what did we say all three of those have to equal? 180 degrees. Right? So these ratios are just going to go with an x, and then we know that all three have to add up to be 180. Now the reason that this works, right, pretend we have this triangle, right, and if these are the ratios, we are saying that one of these angles is x, right? The next one has to be 2 times x. That's where that 1 to 2, right, comes from. And the other one has to be 5 times x, right? So one angle is 2 times the original angle, and the other angle is 5 times the original angle, right? So now we can notice we have like terms, 1x, 2x, and 5x, right? So that gives us 8x equals 180 degrees. So now I can do 180 divided by 8 to get x by itself. Right? So if I do 180 and now if I divide it by 8, I will get x equals 22.5 degrees. Yes, it's okay to get a decimal for a degree measure. But now look that is only one angle. That is only this angle here of x. Right? So now I have to find 2x. So I'm going to take this number and multiply it by 2 to get what 2x equals. So whatever 22.5 times 2. So my second angle measure is 45 degrees. And my last angle measure, I'm going to do 5 times 22.5. And then that will give me 112.5 degrees. Okay, so those are my 3 angle measures here for my triangle. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. My last triangle here, to figure out the value of x, notice we need this missing angle right here, right? Because we know that a triangle has a value of 180, right? So in order to get this angle that I did before, add the two angles and subtract from 180. But I'm only given one angle measure. In fact, though, I'm given this extended angle right here, right? And I know that from 123 to, so this whole line right here, and I'm going to draw this in blue, what angle measure is this line going to be? Well, that is also 180. So to figure out this angle, I'm going to have to do 180 minus 123, and that'll give me my missing angle measure for the one that I just found. So that's 57 degrees for this angle measure. And now I can use 57 and 92 to figure out my missing angle X. Okay, so I would just go through and I would solve that one. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Remember, I'm always open twice a week for office hours. If you have questions, you can always email me and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So I hope you have a great day, and thanks for watching.